right, ladies and gentlemen, we have a 3 pontoon boat in the spectator stands here, ready to witness the championship game of this How to Catch You Johnny Drip Drip 5-year anniversary 2K24 season. Next up on the ticket, you have some familiar face-ups for this championship game. You have the Mobster Lobsters going up against the 6 Mile Slammers. First up for the Lobsters, we have Wesley So. He's going to get onto the plate right after they get finished with their first team huddle of the day. I'm joined in the booth by Carmine Finelli. Carmine, the creator Finelli, inventor of the game Johnny Drip Drip, and the only reason we're here this weekend. Carmine, how you feeling about this championship matchup?
Gotta say, as disappointing as it may be to fall short once again, I feel so empowered by the Bologna boys and how hard we fought today. Our comeback was one of the most exhilarating moments of my life. And all I gotta say is the rest is just gravy. Cherry on the top. And a matchup between the two most classic teams in How to Catch a Johnny Drip Drip. Classic not meaning oldest, but more competing for the trophy year to year. This is what we like to see.
Michael talked about how bad his back is and then dive.
Great stuff there, Carmine. Yeah, I do want to say, give a shout out to the Bologna boys. We have a Bologna boy on the raft for the Slammers right now. Big Juice Man going up Sentinel. We got Jack floating out in the outfield as he's one to do. Pat seems to be joining him, and familiarly Mick K, that is on the mound, going to get record some more Ks against Wesley So here today.
Wesley this weekend is 11 of 12 with hits, which is unprecedented for a rookie, putting him in the race for Rookie of the Year.
And we're really excited to see if we can continue that great form that he's established throughout this thing out here. That being said, I want to make my biases known throughout the entirety of the lake. I am a 6 Mile Slammer through and through. I think that the Mobster Lobsters stink. Habo said was. I think he was an idiot and will continue to be an idiot throughout the rest of his life. Super big, super dumb. That is Alex Haybarth. He is on the Mobster Lobsters. That, I think, is a requirement to be on the team because they're all big and dumb on the Mobster Lobsters. Not smart and quick like the 6 Mile Slammers, that is. All right, let's see what this championship game has in store for us tonight. On new number 2 rolling through. Nice.
Wesley shoots that one right back at the raft and makes his way to a half base.
Very standard drip. We've seen it all weekend. Classic base hit to a half base safe zone. Nate Hughes stepping up to hit for the Mobster Lobsters here. Big swing and a big miss for Nate Hughes. All right, question for the PA booth. Juicer, give a thumbs up if the music volume's good. I need to hear it by Bonnie Tyler right now. All right, good.
Swing and a miss.
All right, that's 1-2 on the count there for Nate Hughes. Shout out to our pontoon fans drifting by. We're excited to have us watch this championship game. Classic Bennington pontoon. Love to see it. Oh, big hit for Nate Hughes as he's going to the water. Juice Man holding it down as Sentinel. Jack Van Houten going to recover that ball. Let's see.
Looks like both of the swimmers have retreated to half bases, which means they're loaded up.
Nate Hughes
Party at the raft scenario.
Let's see if he can pull himself out of this one. He's looking for a hero. I don't know if he's going to get one. I think he's going to get tagged. That's right. Nate Hughes is out. That's 1 out recorded against the Mobster Lobsters by the 6 Mile Slammers. Alex Haybarth at the bat. Let's see, Alex Haybarth. I think the fans want a wiffle ball hit into the pontoon boat. Let's see if Haybarth can deliver. Big swing there and a big miss for Alex Haybarth. All right, there's a fair ball going out there. Mitchell McKay going to recover. Let's see, Haybo making his way to the half base. That is a safe run. Good defense from the Slammers. Ultimately not enough to prevent the half baseman. Bases are loaded as Dan Shore, also a contender for Rookie of the Year, is stepping up to the plate. All right, for our friends of the pontoon boat, the bases are loaded right now. That means on a hit, both of those runners are going to the raft. Oh, but Dan Shore can't seem to pull a hit out on this one.
Good eye on the second pitch there.
How's Dan's stats? All right, Dan Shore is 6 of 7 on the weekend for hits. That's a great hit percentage, and he's adding to it there with a fair hit. It's going to be recovered there by Mitchell McKay. There's a raft bomb right there. Let's see it, and a nice rip down there. Let's see, and a Raft Mount. Oh, that is a tag, I believe. DEL.
Deletion.
Is that a triple DEL, I believe, there, right? 3 outs on that one. 2, but they were all Russian. Oh, yeah, only 2. There was already one recorded. Yeah. That's 3 outs on the inning as the 6 Mile Slammers close out the Mobster Lobsters. 6 Mile Slammers going to head up to the plate for their first offensive bout of the day. That sound means the Mobster Lobsters did what we all thought they were going to do, and that is get skunked on that inning.
So far, a pretty defensive matchup. What did you expect to see here tonight, Evan, in this classic matchup between two powerful rivals?
Well, I'll say, despite the name, the 6 Mile Slammers have always also been a pretty good contender on defense. So the fact that we're bringing the defensive lockdown is not surprising to me, but it seems like there's going to be a quick back-and-forth match. Really, I also want to point out to you, normally we have, 4 and 4. 4 is the minimum number of players you can have on a Johnny Drip Drip team. It's a grueling sport, so you want to get 5 in generally, at least. But right now, both of these teams in the championship are 4 on 4 right here. It is the skeleton crew of Johnny Drip Drip.
Love to see now 2 concurrent pontoon groups of fans out there in the outfield. Hope you're enjoying the excellent championship game we have for you this weekend.
That's right, that's right. Great to have the fans out here. Thanks, folks. All right, up to bat is Mitchell McKay, recording a foul tip, and clearly some animosity from the catcher. He's not even playing, but he wants to take the head off of Mitchell McKay. Clearly he recognized him as a threat that he is to his Mobster Lobsters. That's a swing and a miss there for Mitchell McKay. It's going to be, what's the count? 0-2 count on the day. Bunt tip there, and a classic Johnny Drip play, going for the bunt, getting on base. Love to see it. That's going to be a hit record for Mitchell McKay.
A really smart move there. You know, when you have 2 strikes, all you need to do is get on base here. Mitchell said, I'm going to put the ego aside. I'm not going to swing for the fences, and I'm just going to take a half base.
100%, especially when you got 2 half bases open. Really, not too hard. Just pick the other end that the ball goes from and just get there. Good pick. But I don't think we're going to see a bunt here today. We're going to fire up the jack machine. I think we're going to get a hit into the pontoon boats. That one was not it for us. That was a foul tip.
So, Evan, is there anything on your mind during this at-bat tonight?
I'll be honest with you. Anytime Jack's at bat, I just like to sit back and watch the magic unfold. Firing up the jack machine, you know what the jack machine creates? Creates hits, and we're going to witness that here today. I'm certain. 0-2 count so far today. So roommate Rumble, want to mention again, Wesley So and Jack Van Houten used to live together in college. Oh, and Wesley So coming out on top of this most recent round of the roommate Rumble as Jack Van Houten is struck out there.
Jack has his eye on his 13th hit of the week, which is the same total that Pat Gavitt has.
Absolutely, and he's 13 for 13.
A perfect hitting percentage for the weekend for Pat Gavitt. Not to announcers jinx anything, but he is really on top of his game.
All right, Carmen, I want to say we don't say the J word in the announcer's booth. That includes the word you just said and the word that will not be named for fear that our friends will tear each other limb from limb. No J's getting dropped in other than the one we're about to spark up after this game. Right now, though, we got Patrick Gavitt hitting a nice bomb, keeping that 100% hit percentage
14
alive.
of 14.
14 for 14. That's right, Carmine, as the half bases are loaded and the sub for BTB, Carmine, the creator for Nelly's team, is stepping in. We've heard this walk-up song before. Carmine, how do you feel your boy's going to do?
You know, when I hear this song, I just think of, meaty men, slapping meat. And he's one of the meatiest men around.
He's got the bologna tattoo to prove it. I think we're going to get some big USDA cut choice prime plays today out of the Juice Man. Nice swing and a good base hit there. TDL. We're going to close out that inning as the Mobster Lobsters record 2 outs. That is, once again, no runs.
No runs in the first inning. It's a low-key championship game so far, but one thing I've noticed this weekend is when runs come, a lot of runs come. I think over 70% of runs scored were followed by another run in the same inning this year so far.
No, Drip really is a game of momentum. So it seems like both teams fighting to get that momentum started on either side. 0-0 from Burst. This is a defensive game on either end. Let's see if things will change for us today. Give the fans something to watch. Okay, the Mobster Lobsters slowly making their way back to the hitter's circle as Wesley So, contender for Rookie of the Year, is up on the plate. Let's see if he can take his lobsters a little bit further out of the pot, or if he will be roasting. It looks like the heat is turning up despite the temperature here going down. Nate Hughes with a strike. 1-1 record there. There's an outside ball. Big swing, big hit right to Patrick Gavitt as he swims to collect that ball. Nate Hughes doing the smart play, going to the half base.
And as we said earlier with the two outfielders here, you saw each of the last two plays, a ball hit to the left outfield and a ball hit to the right outfield, immediately recovered by defenders.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, that's what the defenders are there out for. And I want to give a shout out to our pontoon fans out there. Thanks for coming out, folks. Be sure to keep drifting by for the championship game. Continue to bring you action here from the production booth. All right, let's see if Haybo can get it out and lock it down for his 6-mile slammers.
One thing I just want to note here about Haybo is I feel like he really flies under the radar on the Johnny Dip Drip Mountain. He's near the top at every category, but he rarely is talked about.
Always a consistent player, always a bridesmaid, never a bride. He is swimming for the raft, trying to see Lots of liberation here. Let's see. And that is a lockdown there. I think that might be one Raft Mount scored. Some miscommunication there from the 6 Mile Slammers. 1 out recorded against Wesley. So, so 1-0. That's going to make the Lobsters take the lead for the first time today. 1-0. Lobsters with that one Raft Mount there. Daniel Shore hopping up on the mound.
Did he mean for it to happen exactly like that? Maybe not. But what you can say is, what an impactful play by Alex as he gets another Raft Mount created on the weekend.
The thing about Drip, it's really, especially offense and defense, both sides of the ball, it's a game that kind of develops in front of you. The hit really sets the play in motion, but really it's about communication with your team, just like falling into those fundamental plays that you know from, growing up playing Drip all these years.
Totally agree, Evan. Totally agree.
And yeah, exactly. And that's the thing. It's all about that. And we just saw a good example of that with one Raft Mount created with a good hit out there to Jack Van Houten.
And again, recovered immediately by Jack in the outfield.
Jack in the outfield. He's a fish. He's right there. Bases loaded. Rookie of the Year contender Wesley So up at bat. Let's see if he can make his place on this team more solidified with this. I don't think he'll be able to do it, but we'll see.
He is one hit behind Pat with 13 for the lead in hits on the weekend.
All right, and a little dink there, right there. Mitchell McKay, pitcher going to recover. Beautiful pitch there, ultimately an error from the thing. And a out.
2 outs are recorded by Pat in the outfield.
2 outs recorded there by Pat in the outfield. Great play by the Slammers.
Huge recovery by the juicer out there. He went for the ball, but as he went for the ball, the Raft was being mounted by, I believe, Dan Shore, and he shoved Dan off while recovering the ball to Pat, who got 2 outs. Excellent defense.
That's the thing. You gotta always be ready to adapt to plays, as we were saying earlier. Mitchell McKay gave a great bomb to the juicer on the Raft, but as he was trying to catch it, a wake was coming in, there was some wind, someone was trying to climb on the platform, so not very stable surfaces, slipped through his fingers, as will happen. And ultimately, though, the defenders came in to back him up and record those 2 outs. Great job, Pat. Great job, Slammers. All right, we have a request from our paddle boaters out there. If you guys want to pull up to the production booth, we have a little present for you. All right, we'll start the timer now. That thing has a turn radius of about the entire lake, so we'll see him about the time that the game is ending.
Actually, you could just go to the dock that you're really close to right now. That might be easier because Wyatt can just walk over there, yeah. That way you don't have to do any, maneuvering. Well, some, but not a lot.
Less maneuvering. Thank you, Carmen, with the inside tip. He does live here. And that is why we know what we know. Alrighty, looks like there's going to be a change of size as the 6 Mile Slammers once again stepping up to the plate. Mitchell McKay leading off on this inning. What inning is it? Bottom of the second? Mitchell McKay leading off the bottom of the second inning here tonight. Looks like the sun is barely on the Raft. It is completely out of the field of play. We're seeing a chilly game here today. Wanted to be known, this is a grueling championship game, as is tradition in Johnny Drip Drip. Nice swing and a nice hit from Mitchell McKay as he dives in, going to the half base. Fundamental play.
And fundamental is really the word I use to describe Mitchell.
Mitchell is fundamental. Fundamental of the Slammers. Really, he was here for the first Purple Truck victory in year 0. And we haven't had a chance to have him back until year 5. And we got to say, we're really happy to have him back here. Year 4, technically, but a 5-year anniversary. Very confusing, Johnny Drip Drip. We're not going this far, Ian. He keeps giving me information, and I keep going back to the Jack. Big swing, but ultimately a foul for Jack Van Houten.
Jack really has his eyes on a hit here.
Let's see if his eyes do connect, and they do. Nate Hughes not able to get that Raft snag.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we've just seen history. Jack Van Houten with his 50th hit in Johnny Drip Drip, the first player with 50 hits.
Congratulations, Jack Van Houten of the 6 Mile Slammers. 50 hits. Wowie, wowie. I can't even count to 50.
And speaking of proficient hitters, coming up to the plate now is Pat Gavitt, who is 14 of 14 on the weekend, setting history in his own way.
Bat 1,000, and want to give a shout out to the pontoon fans drifting by. Thanks for coming out, folks. Be sure to anchor up, lock in for some championship matchup. Oh, we have a scuffle there. Oh, we got a pickle now. We got a pickle developing.
Wes making an ultimate play right here.
Wesley, so ultimately going, we got a pickle in the developing here.
Wes really deserves this out, but who's going to get it?
We got the Sentinel, Nate Hughes, holding it down, looking to see what happens, and
Nate gets the out.
ultimately Nate does get the out. That pickle is concluded.
You would just give, you would literally, the person says, hey, you would just give it out recording. But sentence never happened.
What? Pat. It's Pat. Yeah. Oh, for Mitch? Oh, yes, you did. Yes. Yes, for that, yes. Perfect. Yes, yes. Phenomenal. I'm glad you remembered that. I was going to remind you.
When
yeah,
Wes
perfect.
started accelerating there to pick off on that play, I don't think I've ever seen someone swim that fast besides, you know, he shall not be named.
Oh, I'll be the first to name him. That name that you're thinking of is Jack Van Houten, the fish. So fast, so quick. Where is he? He's on the other side of the field. He's on the mount. He's on the mount. He is behind you. Big hit for Pat all the way into the wakes created by the tubers going by. Let's see, Jack Van Houten trying to mount that raft. Is he able to pull himself out? And he is. That is a successful Raft Mount. All out of the water there. Taking the Slammers out of TDL territory. And the play is still developing. I believe the play is ruled done. That is a Raft Mount for Jack Van Houten. And Patrick Gavitt holding it strong at the half base, playing it safe. Great to see it. Big Juice Man of the Big Time Bologna stepping up to the plate. Let's see him crank one for the boys. How many outs? All right, he just cranked it for the young boys, little boys. That's a small hit. Recording that half base hit there for the juicer. Great to see it. One out on this inning as Mitch McKay grabs the bat, ready to take the plate against General Tso's son, Wesley. Our inning, we are bottom of the second. Yeah. Yeah. Foul tip for Mitchell McKay, going to be recorded as a strike. That's an 0-1 count for Mitchell. We got some jet ski shenanigans happening in the outfield. Great to see it. Flying by at Mach speed. Thanks for coming out.
That thing could be a transformer, to be honest with you.
If that transformed, I don't know what I would do. I think I would cry. Oh, I think I would cry tears of joy at that last hit there. Ultimately going to be a DEL.
That play was made by Wes's armpit.
Wes's armpit going to record the assist on that play. The out is going to ultimately be recorded by Nate Hughes, forcing a DEL. That is going to be 2 outs, making it 3 total for that second inning. We're going to go to the second half of the game now, top of the third.
And again, we're looking at a 2-0 ball game by the Slammers, correct?
2-0 ball, 1-1. 1-1 by the Slammers. We're in the booth. We're not statisticians. We never claim to be. The fact that you're that mad at us shows that you don't get the spirit of Johnny Drip Drip. I am drunk. I am high. I am happy to be here. Please do not attack me. I am sensitive. Please, you will hurt my feelings. I will cry and you will feel bad.
But if the recent trends are to be believed, we'll go from 0 runs by each team in the first inning to 1 run by each team in the second inning to 2 runs by each team in the third inning.
And then 50 in the fourth, I believe, because there might be a home run derby here happening today. These teams, the thing is, it's been a defensive matchup for the rest of it. A low-scoring game so far by Drip Drip Shanzor, 2-0. But these two teams, always something special here. Especially when you got the Skeleton Trews here facing off. 4-on-4 drip. It's going to be a foul tip for Nate Hughes. There. And there we go. There's that one. Jack Machine took a while to cool down, I guess. And we're going to get started here with Bonnie Tyler. Who needs a hero? 1-1 is the count. Even Steven. Big swing and a big tip. That's going to be a 1-2 count for Nate Hughes. Big swing and a big K for Mitchell McKay here today. That's the sound of a strikeout, and that means that the Slammers are putting another out in the books here today. Alex Haybarth, confused and bewildered by the grip tape on the platform, doesn't seem to understand it. He is, of course, an alien from a different planet and/or a mutant from beneath the Earth's surface. I'm not sure. Either way, I know he's no man. He's a Haybo with a big hit out to right center field, proving that he's no man. He is a Haybo, recording that half-base hit. I'm going to get another beer. I apologize if I'm talking.
All right. No worries. Dan's really trying to bring home a run here, swinging for the fences. Dan hits a short one there and goes to the half base where we have both bases occupied. And coming up to bat with the opportunity to match Pat with 14 hits is Wes. Two-0 count as the rookie really showing why it pays off to wear your glasses. Four and two count now. And after a grueling at bat, West is finally struck out by Mitchell McKay.
I brought a beer in here, right? And I just left it. No, that's. can continue to see his career develop.
7 new players joined the league this year, and I think they really showed why they were all worth being drippers.
They are all nothing but worthy drippers. Bottom of the 3rd inning here today. 1-1 is the score. A real grudge match here, as once again the past 4 championships have been between the 6 Mile Slammers and the Mobster Lobsters. Clearly a rivalry for the ages, and the game today does in fact live up to that namesake, as we see it's a 1-1 grudge match. And as you were saying, Carmen, yes, 7 new rookies this year, all of whom have really shown their commitment to drip, and they've really seemed to take into the sport really well. But I also want to say that the fact that we have 7 new guys is a real testament to the incredible sport you've created here for us, Carmine, and it's undeniable, just a lot of fun to play.
I got to say, the improvements we've made, the weekend we're having, it really doesn't get better than this, and thanks to everybody for coming. Thanks to you. Thanks to Ian. Wow. Appreciate y'all.
The production team thanks you back, and really we're just having a lot of fun out here. Glad to do it. And I think we're going to have a lot more fun here as the Jack machine gets fired up. Roommate Rumble round 75 is about to take place. Let's see what comes out of it. Looks like Jack's going to come out on top of this one with a hit recorded and a base reached for Jack Van Houten.
So I know he wins best swimmer every year, and it's not a question whether he's going to or not.
Right.
But do you think that maybe he's not swimming and he's just teleporting underwater?
You know, I have witnessed Jack grow up. I went to his pool that he had behind his house as a kid. I witnessed the rise of his swimming career. I got to say, he is swimming, but I understand the confusion. When I'm out there playing with him on the field, I also blink and he's on the other side. Big bomb for Patrick Gavin. Diving in. Everyone's going to go rushing them out on that one. Let's see. Pat is
Jack
going
and
back to
Pat.
the half base. Looks like
No
Pat
deletion.
is going to do the same. No DL.
And they're both going to get back, but no,
Both gonna
Ruby
get back
Rumble.
there. Roommate Rumble to cut off the Pat, and Jack ultimately able to get back to safety at the half bases. What a crazy play there. I thought we were going to see 2 Raft Mounts. I thought we were going to see DL. Ultimately, we just saw nothing at all, but either way, it was exciting the entire time.
Pat and Jack really flexing their muscles on that one, saying, yeah, I guess we'll just leave and go back to base.
You ain't going to get me, says Pat. And I think you might be right. Juice Man up to bat for the 6 Mile Slammers.
And now the deletion is back
What
on the
is that?
table.
Ball 1-0 count there. That was high ball there. Going to be a 1-1 count. Foul tip recorded there for the Juice Man.
And near friendly fire as well.
Near friendly fire. Mitchell McKay is showing once again he's got the quick reflexes that is keeping him out of harm's way and into the championship round. Michael Schiavone there on the IR reserve, giving words of encouragement to his team. Juice Man recording a short hit. Yes, Carmine. Oh, Carmine. We are rushing to the raft. Big throw out to Wesley, and it's way out of the side as Pat Gavin mounts the raft. Jack Van Houten mounts the raft. Juice Man mounts the raft. That is going to be 3 Raft Mounts recorded for the 6 Mile Slammers here today in the bottom of the 3rd inning.
Sometimes you think you know what you're going to do, but the wind has other ideas.
Wowie zowie. The wind certainly was the MVP on that play. That ball went way left out of nowhere, giving the Slammers the opportunity to get 3 successful Raft Mounts.
And like we've seen at other occasions in this very game, sometimes the short hit is the most fruitful.
Absolutely, absolutely. I think the dink to half base hit is going to be a mainstay in Johnny Drip Drip, kind of the give and go of the sport, and for good reason, I would say. Shout out to our fans in the Tahoe pontoon boat drifting by. Thanks for coming out for the championship game of Johnny Drip Drip. Happy to have you. What's the score?
4-1.
4-1 is the score here today. No outs recorded. Mitchell McKay with a fair ball. He's going to make a run to the opposite half base, and he ultimately does make it there. Slammers with another hit recorded.
Like I was saying earlier, Mitchell is one of the most fundamental players. You see him there turn and do his patented stand and dive to the right.
That is what he is known for. I believe that would be on his rookie card if we did not have such great photographs courtesy of Ian Elphinstone and Wyatt Kowal in this and years past. Thank you, Wyatt. Thank you, Ian. Foul tip recorded for Jack Van Houten. That's going to be an 0-1 count for Captain Jack. No, actually, funny enough, today I couldn't get his attention. Then I yelled Captain Jack, and I got his attention. In the beginning, there was Jack, and I would say he has claim to the first 6 Mile Slammer in existence. At least he is certainly the MVP of the team and in our hearts. 1-1 count there. Good eye for Jack Van Houten. One and two count there for Jackie Boy. This roommate rumble seems to be going in Wesley's favor. Let's see if Jack can turn the tide. Big hit for Jack as he does just that. The commentator's curse strikes again. I say it and it happens. Sorry to the Lobsters on that one. Didn't mean to influence, too bad. But, Carmine, you are, as we've mentioned a lot, the creator of this game. But it's also worth noting this game might have been created by you, but it might have been made for Jack Van Houten. He is the baseball guy and the swimming guy, so I don't know a sport that's better suited to his talents than this one.
He might have planted that idea in my brain without letting me know.
He's slippery like a fish. That's why we call him that. I would not be surprised if he was incepting all of us, influencing our every single move each and every day. Patrick Gavitt up at the mound. Let's see if he can keep that perfect record on the weekend going. Big hit as he does just that. Not only is he batting 100. Big hit. The folks in the pontoon boat seem to love it, and we got our big fans. Raft is mounted by Jack Van Houten.
Pat now making a play for the Raft as well.
All right, that is the Sentinel Nate Hughes showing why he is potentially one of the most well-rounded players here as he blocks out the Sentinel, jumps into the river, goes to throw the ball to West. Ultimately, Pat is able to get back safe, and a Raft Mount is recorded for the 6 Mile Slammers. Jack Van Houten going to be the one to take that one in, as it's going to be 5-2-1 on the day here. 6 Mile Slammers versus the Mobster Lobsters.
We've seen a lot of balls get hit to absolute other universes this week at Johnny Drip Drip, and Pat might be the one sending the most balls there.
Honestly, I said it before. I think Pat he's got 100% hit percentage, which is crazy as a stat. And I think he's got the biggest bombs of the tournament. He doesn't hit them often. He doesn't just hit them often. He also hits them all the way out to the home run territory. Incredible stuff here today. Juice Man up to bat for the 6 Mile Slammers. Let's see if he can continue his great contributions to the team as he's done. Once again, shout out to the BTB boys for supplying the subs for the Slammers this weekend. Both of the Smith boys have been nothing but great for us. It's a foul tip for Juicer, 0-1 count. It's going to be a 1-1 count. It's ruled a little too low to be a strike there from Wesley So. 1-1 count here on the day. Big swing and a big hit all the way over the raft. That means we're going to have a raft party, I think, as all the Slammers are rushing. Mitchell McKay here pulling up. Let's see. Sentinel choice having to decide. That's right. Mitchell McKay is going to mount that raft, followed by the Juice Man. I believe Pat did get tagged out, but that is going to be 2 more Raft Mounts recorded for the 6 Mile Slammers. Patrick Gavitt, unfortunately, not able to get that there. That's going to be 2 outs. How many outs? 2 outs for the 6 Mile Slammers in this inning. The score is 7-1. 1 out actually on the day.
1 out, and there's been 5 runs in the inning. Well, 5 runs in the inning.
Correction there from the official stand. 1 out on the day. Yes, Jack, that is true. This is 1 out on the day. Here to confirm that.
1 out in this inning and 5 runs in this inning.
1 out, 5 runs as a 6-mile slammer. 1 plus 5 equals 6. Oh, Wesley So not able to come up top of this movement rumble. He unfortunately is not able to make the catch. He went for it. It bounced off his hand, hit him right in the glasses. Classic middle school shakeup. Very embarrassing stuff for Wesley So. Sorry to see it.
And a correction from the stat keeper there. It actually is 6 runs, which makes more sense for the 6-mile slammers.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Pat with a very small hit, just enough though to record a half-base hit as he makes his way there. We got the slammers loading up. Mitch McKay is taken, going up. Oh, we're going to actually pass it back to Juice Man, who is hopping up onto the plate. There we go. Juice Man walking up to the plate. Let's see if he can send these slammers home. Continue to run up that total here today. Michael Purple Claw Schiavone trying to rally the team. Unfortunately, his claws are strange and weird looking. I don't know how much hype is being created out there in the field. Michael says his boys are fine. I think my boys are finer, and they're going to eat up at this diner, and lobsters on the menu. That's right, as another big hit is recorded for Juice Man.
Raft party incoming.
Raft party there. Ain't no party like a raft party, because the slammer raft party don't stop, as Jack Van Houten is recording another Raft Mount. Juicer hopping in there once again. Alex Haybar throwing the outfield. He throws it in.
And Pat just retreating to base.
Safe, smart play from Pat Gavitt. Exactly what we're here for.
Juicer really coming out of his shells here with the 6-mile slammers.
That is the Taco Bell Think Outside the Bun. We're thinking outside of our minds as we create this game of Johnny Drip Drip here today. Big shout out to our pontoon fans drifting by. Great to have you out for the championship game here on Johnny Drip Drip 2K24. One out in this inning. 2 Raft Mounts recorded. I'm going to check back in with the official booth for the official score, but I believe. What's the score? Score is 8-1 on the day. There's going to be 1 out recorded. Big swing and a big hit for Mitch McKay as right to Alex Hayward. He's ultimately not able to recover that one as the half bases are once again loaded. And I think we're about to fire up the jack machine. Let's see if some more Raft Mounts can be spat out the other side. 9-1 is the score here today, folks. No, it's impeccable. It's impeccable. Word in the booth, Ian Elphinstone, this is not an official call, of course, but Ian Elphinstone just said offhand, this is probably the best walk-up song that he's seen on the weekend. And that is going to be a 1-0? 1-0 count there, and a 1-1 count there as a foul tip is recorded on that one. Michael Giavoni swimming under the dock to go to recover it. Thank you very much, Michael. Throwing out to Wesley. So, let's see if Jack can record some hits there for the Slammers. I think he can. That's going to be an outside ball ruled by the umpire, Josh Wood. Thanks again for bringing the wood, Josh Wood. And thanks again for Big Joe C for bringing the other wood. 3-1 count on that one there. Another ball ruled.
Wes is really one of the most consistent pitchers we've seen out here this week, which is great to see the Mobster Lobsters making a nice position change.
Big hit out there as Dan Shore swims to field recover. And the bases are, of course, loaded, so a DEL will be recorded there. Pretty fundamental play on defense as well. Just like we like to see. That's going to be 3 outs recorded as the third inning is closed out of our Drip Drip championship game. The score is 9-1. 6 Mile Slammers are ahead of this one. And I am 6 to midnight, and when I say 6 to midnight, I mean full staff, Wait Up East 6 Mile Slammers. While this exchange of play is happening, I have the opportunity to want to shoot a shout out to our sponsor, Big Mike's Blue Barrels. I have the opportunity to be sitting with Big Mike's son in the booth. Want to tell you to tell Big Mike, thank you so much for keeping our raft afloat this weekend. Literally could not be possible without him, for not just the Blue Bears, but also because he owns the property that we are currently sitting on. Very important aspect of Johnny Drip Drip is this land here. So want to say, tell your dad thanks, Carmine.
Mike's really found a lot of fun coming up here and getting this place ready for Johnny Drip Drip. He wants to know how it's going to go, and he wants to make it as good as he can.
Oh, right. I'll tell you what, I've only met your dad a handful of times, but he seems like a handy man. He's just building pizza ovens out of nothing, and like to see... Look at that cave, but 2 outs recorded for the 6 Mile Slammers. Wesley So is up at bat.
What a play by Pat there. Such concentration to reach his hand up, take the ball off his hand, off his face, off his hand again, go underwater, come up, and throw it for the deletion.
All right, next up, hoping to keep his teams for the hopes for the purple truck alive is Wesley So. 2 outs, top of the 4th here. Let's see if the 6 Mile Slammers can close this one out. As we have mentioned before, our name is the 6 Mile Slammers because we slam it 6 miles, but we are also a force to be reckoned with on defense, so let's see if we can make it happen. Michael Schiavone clearly showing his disdain for his fellow teammates as he throws a ball directly at Wesley's back. 1-1 count for Wesley So. Holy shit. Okay. That's going to be... That was Doc. Doc Dink there. That's going to be a foul. Tip recorded. 1-2 count for Wesley So. All comes down to this, folks. Let's see. This next pitch could be it. This next pitch could be the start of something special. We don't know. Johnny Drifter 2K24. All coming down to this. Rookie of the Year contender Wesley So. Rookie of the Year contender Mitch McKay in the face-off. Big swing, big hit for Wesley So, keeping his team's hopes alive.
Dan Shore approaching the raft to turn around.
Dan Shore approaching the raft, not able to make his way there. Throwing the ball. Oh, with an interference from Daniel Shore.
We've never seen anything like this before.
We've never seen that happen before.
I don't think it should be allowed, but yeah, a yellow card. Yes, okay. I'm making a new rule, the creator rule. If you do something like that, it's a yellow card. You do another one, yeah, then something bad happens, and I figured that out later. But don't do that again, and it's a warning.
The creator has spoken. All right, Nate Hughes up to bat. Let's see. The Lobsters definitely need a hero as he records a small hit. Mitchell McKay going to shag that one, throwing it out right to the hands of the Sentinel Juicer. That means the 6 Mile Slammers are your Purple Truck winners 2024. Oh my God, I'm hopping out of the booth.
Evan's going crazy. Gonna go celebrate with his team. I've never seen anything quite like that.
The winners! What do you have to say? Yeah, hold up that 6. You just want to see it. 2024. What do you have to say for yourselves? 6, baby. We hit it 6 miles, baby! Woo! Oh, this is the good backflip. That was good stuff.
Wire colors are purple!
You want to ride back?
Break me in.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hit you right on the other.
Yeah, that's right. All right, watch out. We're moving.
I'll scare you.
Yeah. Yeah, we're really going over there.
Woo! Woo!
Juicer, how's your first victory feel of the championship of JDD? Oh, that is it.
Oh my God! I got pet literally upside down. Yeah, I wish I figured out those seconds earlier.
This is your temporary fill-in announcer, Ian. I briefly did a stint with the 6 Mile Slammers at the beginning of this weekend, and I'm happy to see them follow it through to the championship.